On President Cyril Ramaphosa's 100 days in office, I'm joined in studio now by political analyst Professor Steven Friedman. Thank you for your time this afternoon, sir.
Thanks, Thami.
So, Professor, some analysts and some commentators are saying 100 days is far too little to be able to see any sizable change. What are your thoughts, and what should be our expectations within this 100 days? And perhaps let me zone in on economy only.
Yes, I think it's true to say that you can't really shift what the problems are with this economy in 100 days. We must remember, incidentally, that Mr. Ramaphosa hasn't been president for 100 days. The 100 days marks the time in which he was elected by the public as the president. So he has been in office before then, but it's only after he was elected by the public that he really had a mandate to do what he wants to do. And yes, 100 days is too short for that. But I think people need to realize that if we're really going to fix this economy, it's going to take quite a while. Because we are not dealing with problems which were created in the last 9 years. We're dealing with problems, quite frankly, which have been created over 40 or 50 years. You know, in 1994, we changed our political system. We didn't really change the economy very much. So it's still an economy which serves about 1/3 of South Africans. And until you change that, I think we might have improved, small improvements and then going backwards. But we're really not going to get where we need to go. You know, people talk, for example, about the fact quite seriously, it is very serious, that we have 29% unemployment at the moment. In 2003, when everybody was happy with the state of the economy, we had 31% unemployment. So that just shows you that these are very deep-rooted problems. We haven't really developed an economy which serves all South Africans. And until we do that, I'm afraid there are going to be limits to the extent to which the economy is going to improve.
We are going to take a break, but after the break, I'd like to zone in on something very important that you said there. The fact that in 94, perhaps the structures were put in place for us to effect political change and political power, but that the focus was not on economic transformation. So when we come back, if you could just break down what it is that President Cyril Ramaphosa needs to do to ensure that we get that economic transformation that, first of all, he has been promising and what he promised to the South Africans, and what actually needs to change from the foundational root of how our economy is structured. So we'll be back just after the break with that. That's Professor Steven Friedman as we focus on 100 days of President Cyril Ramaphosa's being sworn in, and we'll focus specifically on the economy. Do stay